Have you ever heard of the New Earth? It's like this exclusive club where only the purest souls get an invite. Imagine a world where love is the king and everyone's dancing to the beat of compassion. Sounds like paradise, right? But getting there isn't a walk in the park. This sanctuary is reserved for folks vibrating at the highest frequencies, those who've ditched fear and negativity. If you're still clinging to greed or fear, sorry, the door's locked for you. So, how do you get in? It's all about setting your intentions and following your heart's GPS. Think of the New Earth as a next-level consciousness upgrade. Here, it's all about love, unity, and leaving your ego at the door. No more drama or competition. It's all about working together and sharing the good stuff. But here's the truth. You've got to raise your vibe to match this new frequency. It's simple. Ditch the fear, embrace love, and sprinkle a little gratitude on top. By doing this, the New Earth is waiting for you. But hold up a sec. Taking that leap of faith can be scary. But what if the biggest adventure of your life is waiting on the other side? What if the New Earth, a place of love, abundance, and limitless possibilities, is where you truly belong? So, what's it going to be? In the cosmic dance of evolution, transitioning to the New Earth isn't just a change of scenery. It's a whole new vibe. It's like trading in your clunker for a sleek new ride. Except this ride takes you to higher dimensions of existence. But wait, what's the deal with frequencies anyway? Well, think of it like tuning into your favorite radio station. The New Earth broadcasts on a frequency far beyond the static of the old Earth. Here, every being is dialed into the same wavelength of love and light, operating from a place of interconnectedness and harmony. The old Earth is like a bad breakup you just can't shake. Fear, greed, and all their low-vibe pals run rampant, keeping everyone stuck in a cycle of suffering and discord. According to Dolores canon, making the shift to the New Earth requires a serious makeover from the inside out. It's like Marie Kondoing your soul, decluttering old traumas and limiting beliefs to make room for love, compassion, and forgiveness. But here's the thing. You've got to be willing to let go of the stuff that's been weighing you down. And let's face it, fear is like that clingy ex who just won't take a hint. Fear, what a buzzkill, right? It's like the ultimate party pooper, keeping you tethered to the old paradigm of illusion and limitation. But let's think about this. Fear is just smoke and mirrors, a trick of the mind that keeps you playing small. It's time to kick that fear to the curb and step into the light of your true essence. After all, you've got a one-way ticket to the New Earth, and fear ain't invited to the party. Fear, that sneaky shadow lurking in the corners of your mind, loves to play the villain in your story. But guess what? It's time to rewrite the script. Fear might try to keep you cozy in your comfort zone, but it's nothing more than a paper tiger. You hold the pen to your destiny, and it's time to write fear out of the plot. On the other hand, love, now that's your superhero cape. It's the highest vibe in town, the secret source of the universe. When you lead with love, in your thoughts, words, and actions, you're tuning in to the frequencies of the New Earth. So next time fear comes knocking, show it the door, and let love take the wheel. Now, let's talk about judgment. It's like putting up a big old "Do Not Enter" sign on the road to the New Earth. When you judge others, you're basically saying, hey, I'm going to build a wall between us. But here's the thing, unity consciousness doesn't have room for walls. It's all about breaking down barriers and seeing the divine spark in everyone, including yourself. Judgment is like carrying around a heavy backpack full of rocks. It weighs you down and keeps you stuck in the past. But to soar to the New Earth, you've got to let go of that baggage. Release the need to judge and watch as the world opens up before you like a field of wildflowers. And speaking of baggage, let's talk about attachment to stuff. In a world obsessed with materialism, it's easy to get caught up in the rat race of more, and more. But here's the truth. True abundance isn't measured in possessions. It's found in the richness of experience, the depth of connection, and the joy of being. So next time you find yourself reaching for that shiny new thing. Ask yourself, does this bring me closer to the new earth, or is it just weighing me down? In the end, shifting to the new earth is all about letting go of what no longer serves you and stepping into the light of your true essence. It's about choosing love over fear, unity over separation, and abundance over scarcity. In a world where we're bombarded with messages that equate success with material wealth, it's easy to get caught up in the chase for more stuff. Jesus once said something about the difficulty of a rich man entering the kingdom of heaven, and it wasn't about shaming wealth. It was a reminder that the more we have, the harder it can be to let go. It's like we become handcuffed to our possessions, unable to see beyond the glitz and glamour to what truly matters. To shift to the new earth, we've got to loosen that grip on materialism. It's not about ditching all our stuff and living like monks. It's about finding a balance and realizing that true abundance comes from within. Instead of measuring our worth by the size of our bank accounts or the labels on our clothes, let's focus on what truly fills us up: gratitude, connection, and inner peace. Now, let's talk about the ego. It's that voice in our heads that loves to play the comparison game, always whispering tales of separation and superiority. It's like a barrier that keeps us from fully connecting with ourselves and others, trapping us in a cycle of fear and isolation. The ego thrives on control and validation, constantly seeking recognition and approval from the outside world. But here's the thing: the more we feed into its demands, the further we drift from our true essence. It's like we're wearing a mask, pretending to be someone we're not, all in a desperate attempt to fit in and feel worthy. But here's the truth: we are already worthy, exactly as we are. We don't need fancy titles or social media likes to prove our value. The key to shifting to the new earth lies in recognizing that we are all connected, all part of the same cosmic tapestry. So let's drop the ego act and embrace our authentic selves. It's the only way to truly thrive in this new paradigm. So, we've talked about the ego and its sneaky tricks. But here's the thing: it's not who we really are. It's like a costume we've been wearing, pretending to be someone we're not. But deep down, beyond all the layers of conditioning and societal expectations, lies our true essence. To tap into that essence and align with the energies of the new earth, we've got to let go of the ego's grip. We've got to see through the illusion of separateness and recognize that we're all connected, all part of the same cosmic dance. When we release the ego's hold, we open ourselves up to a world of higher wisdom and divine guidance. It's like we're tuning in to a higher frequency, where clarity and insight flow freely, guiding us on our journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Now, let's talk about resentment and grudges. These guys are like toxic weeds that choke the life out of our relationships and poison our inner landscape. They're the leftover baggage from past hurts and betrayals, weighing us down and keeping us stuck in the past. But here's the thing about forgiveness: it's not about letting the other person off the hook. It's about setting ourselves free. It's about reclaiming our power and releasing the heavy burden of resentment that's been weighing us down for far too long. When we forgive, we're not saying that what happened was okay. We're simply choosing to let go of the pain and anger that have been holding us back. It's a radical act of self-love and liberation, one that opens the door to healing and transformation. So let's take a deep breath and release those old grudges. Let's choose forgiveness over bitterness and love over hate. Because when we let go of the past, we make room for a brighter future, one where love and compassion reign supreme, and the new earth becomes not just a dream, but a reality. Let's talk about forgiveness, the ultimate act of liberation. When we forgive others, we're not just letting go of the past, we're setting ourselves free. It's like unlocking the door to a brighter future, one where love and compassion reign supreme. But forgiveness isn't just about pardoning others. It's also about giving ourselves the gift of peace. When we release the heavy burden of resentment and grudges, we create space for healing and growth in our own lives. It's a radical act of self-love, one that paves the way for a brighter, more harmonious future. Now, let's shine a light on negative self-talk. That sneaky little voice in our heads that loves to whisper doubts and insecurities. It's like having a constant critic living rent-free in our minds, chipping away at our self-esteem and keeping us stuck in a cycle of self-doubt. They shape our reality and influence our actions. When we indulge in negative self-talk, we're essentially programming our minds for failure and disappointment. To break free from this cycle, we've got to practice self-love and kindness. We've got to replace those negative thoughts with positive affirmations and empowering beliefs. It's like rewiring our brains for success and abundance, one positive thought at a time. But self-love isn't just about saying nice things to ourselves. It's also about taking care of ourselves on a deeper level. It's about prioritizing our well-being and nurturing a loving relationship with ourselves every single day. Because when we love ourselves fully and unconditionally, we create a solid foundation for a life filled with joy, abundance, and endless possibilities. Let's dive into duality consciousness, a concept that's deeply woven into the fabric of our human experience. It's all about seeing things in terms of opposites: good versus evil, light versus dark, joy versus sorrow. This way of thinking has been ingrained in us since time immemorial, shaping how we perceive the world around us. But here's the thing. While duality consciousness has its place in our journey, it can also be a roadblock on the path to the new earth. It's like wearing blinders that prevent us from seeing the bigger picture, the interconnectedness of all things. To make the shift, we've got to transcend duality and embrace unity consciousness. Unity consciousness is all about recognizing that everything is interconnected. It's about seeing beyond the surface level of differences and understanding that we're all part of the same cosmic tapestry. In this worldview, light and dark, joy and sorrow, they're all essential parts of the same whole, each playing a unique role in the grand scheme of things. By embracing this perspective, we can start to see the beauty in life's paradoxes and contradictions. We can appreciate the ebb and flow of existence, knowing that every experience, whether positive or negative, has something valuable to teach us. It's like stepping back and seeing the bigger picture instead of getting caught up in the details. Transcending duality doesn't mean ignoring our differences or pretending that conflicts don't exist. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and finding common ground, even in the midst of diversity. It's about leading with empathy and compassion, knowing that we're all in this together. So as we journey toward the new earth, let's open our hearts and minds to the possibility of unity consciousness. Let's embrace the richness of life's tapestry, knowing that it's our differences that make us truly beautiful. The new earth isn't just a fancy idea, it's a whole different vibe. We're talking about a place where love and unity are the main players and where everyone's operating on a higher frequency of consciousness. But here's the catch. Not just anyone can stroll on in. See, the new earth has some pretty strict entry requirements. It's like trying to get into an exclusive club. You've got to be on the same wavelength, literally. If your vibe doesn't match up with the new earth's high-frequency energy, you're not getting past the velvet roper. And let's say, hypothetically, someone with lower vibes managed to sneak in. It wouldn't be pretty. Their negative energy would totally mess with the new earth's peaceful vibe, like throwing a wrench into a well-oiled machine. We can't let that happen. The new earth is like a sanctuary, a safe space where positivity and light reign supreme. It's up to us to keep it that way by making sure only the highest vibe souls are allowed in. So, are you ready to rise to the occasion? Are you ready to embrace the journey of ascension and be part of something truly extraordinary? Because in the end, the new earth isn't just a destination, it's a promise. It's the promise of a world where love and harmony rule the roost, and where we can all live in peace and mutual respect.